Good afternoon and welcome to the Weatherspoon Athletic Center on Meredith College campus for today's women's basketball matchup between Meredith College and Pfeiffer University. I'm Jonathan Hudson and I'm glad to bring you today's contest. Today marks the second home game of the week for the Avenging Angels after defeating Methodist University yesterday 52-44 in a physical contest. They are hoping to extend their home winning streak to 6 and pick up another conference win. On the other side of the court are the Pfeiffer Falcons, who come into today's game 1-1 on the week, dropping a road contest yesterday to Averett, 72-61. Today's game is critical for both teams who are fighting for their playoff hopes and seeding for the USA South. Meredith is looking to get to 500 in the conference play and surpass NC Wesleyan 8-6, who is 5th in the conference and one game ahead, while Pfeiffer sits at 7th in the East, one spot below Meredith, so a victory would bring them closer, despite the fact that the Falcons are reclassifying for Division III and ineligible for the playoffs this year because of that rule. So a special event today at Meredith College. Today at the half, Meredith's 2018 lacrosse team will be honored. They won the 2018 regular season in the USA South, as well as the conference championship. Last season marks the team's 5th tournament title. 2018 was the team's 3rd undefeated season, and they picked up the program's first NCAA tournament win over Merchant Marine 20-9. The team finished last season ranked top 3 nationally in scoring offense, margin, and points per game. So, some themes of the game coming from Coach Quick and going off of yesterday's themes to the game. Meredith, for a victory, needs to get off to a good start. Yesterday they got off to a slow start, but were able to compensate with defensively, and we'll look to see today if they can get off to a faster start. And they must not give up as many offensive rebounds as usual. They give up about 260 offensive rebounds to the opponents on the season, so they have to limit that. And the coach wants them to box out to do that. And finally, limit the turnovers. That's always a big deal. If you turn the ball over, you don't have possession, and you must have possession to score. So limit turnovers. So let's look at how these teams fared in the last contest that they played. For Meredith, the Avenging Angels picked up their 5th straight home win, 52-44 against Methodist yesterday. The game started off slow with both teams barely scraping double digits in the first quarter, which ended 10-8. Slow play continued for 3 minutes in the second quarter until Kimberly Shue made a free throw. Then Caroline Coleman hit a jumper and Brittany Preston got a layup off a steal from Jana Hassel. Next, with about 2 minutes left, Coleman drained a 3. Meredith had a 4-point lead going into the halftime break. Gladwell then used her speed at the start of the 3rd quarter to drive for a layup and break the tie at 22. Physical play and timely jumpers from Shue and Coleman in the 4th kept the lead for Meredith and helped seal the victory for the Avenging Angels. They were led in scoring by Kimberly Shue, who had 17 points and 11 rebounds. Madison Gladwell put up 7 points and 1 assist, while Caroline Coleman chipped in 10 points. Kirsty King contributed 8 points and 5 boards. Trinity Packer had 10 rebounds and 2 blocks. Methodist was led by Katie Snipes with 11 points and Kania Chambers with 10. As for Pfeiffer, we mentioned they fell to Pfeiffer University yesterday, 72-61. They came out of the gate and put up 19 in the first quarter to trim the deficit to just 5. A 19-point second quarter had the Falcons tied at 38 going into the break. A tough third quarter ended up as the downfall as they were outscored by 10 and unable to recover. Pfeiffer was led in scoring by Maya Johnson with 17 and Sydney Bickford chipped in 13. Averett was led by Brooke Carthen with 19 points. So we'll be right back here after the national anthem with your starting lineups and the start of today's contest between Meredith College and Pfeiffer University. And welcome back here on the Weatherspoon at the Weatherspoon Athletic Center, and we'll dive right into starting lineups for Pfeiffer University. Sophomore forward, number 5, Maya Johnson. At guard, sophomore, number 12, Amaya McLean. At forward, sophomore, number 15, Brina Bentley. At forward, sophomore, number 20, Courtney Pinion. And guard, senior, number 22, Sydney Bickford. And the head coach for Pfeiffer University is Tui Loy. And now your starting lineup for your eventing Angels. Sophomore guard, number 12, Trinity Packer. Junior guard, number 22, Madison Gladwell. Freshman guard, number 25, Caroline Coleman. And sophomore forward, number 32, Kimberly Shue. And senior forward, number 34, Kirsty King. Head coach is LaQuanda Quick. So we're just about set to get started here in today's game. Today's game, Meredith needs to shut down Amaya McLean. She averages 12.4 points per game and 12 points in conference. Also, Sydney Bickford averages 11.4 points per game, and Maya Johnson has 10.4 points per game. So here we go. On the tip, it'll be Packer versus Pinion. And Pinion wins the tip, controlled by McLean. McLean was at the Pinion. Over to Johnson, inside, stolen away by Coleman. Great steal. And now Gladwell will start to run the offense for the first time this afternoon. Getting it to Shu. Shu gets it into Kirsty King. Back out to Shu. 10 the shot clock. 8. Coleman with 5 in the shot clock. Gladwell with a deep 3. No good off the side of the rim. And that'll go out of bounds and go to Pfeiffer. On the season, Pfeiffer's averaging 64 points per game. Now inside, strong move by Pinion, and it's in. Courtney Pinion with the strong basket to open up the scoring here at the Weatherspoon Athletic Center. And Gladwell now in the corners. Kirsty King gets into Packer. Swings a high pass out to Shu. It's Gladwell with it. Shu. Inside to Gladwell, back out to Coleman with 6 in the shot clock. 5. Kirsty King from the baseline, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Shu as she went over the back. Of Bickford, who tried to get the rebound there. It'll be Johnson with it. Inside, tough layup, no good by Maya Johnson, and Gladwell is off and running. Gladwell with it now. Over to Packer. That pass was a little too far, and Packer was not able to save it, and that's a turnover. Meredith, we talked about in the open. You don't want to give up turnovers. That's 1 for the day. Now it's Johnson. Johnson swings it over to Bentley. Surf 3, no good. A 3 by McLean was no good, and now back the other way the Avenging Angels go. Gladwell drives, using her speed, puts it up and in off the glass to tie this one at 2 apiece. Now McLean will drive, have it stolen away by Kirsty King. Great steal as McLean telegraphed that bounce pass to Pinion. And now Coach Quick calls on the play 3. We'll see what that play looks like. And they get it to Coleman. It's a Coleman play. That 3 is off the mark, though. And it's out of bounds. And it'll be Pfeiffer basketball. Had it here. Man-to-man defense here for the Avenging Angels. As they're getting in, Pinion with a jumper, and it's good. Courtney Pinion with the nice little splash jumper from the elbow. Gladwell to Coleman, now in the corner is King. King trying to find the cutter. Finds Gladwell, her pass is tipped away. And it's being fought for on the floor. Gladwell will let it go out of bounds and will maintain Meredith's possession, but only 3 in the shot clock. And now number 5, Brittany Preston will check into the game for the first time tonight. 3 in the shot clock. They get in the Shu. Shu shot was blocked by Pinion. And back the other way they go. It's McLean. McLean gets it over. Deep 3. It is no good. And it's back out to Johnson. Johnson to McLean. Inside. Puts it up and in. And that was a great play there by Sydney Bickford. No, I'm sorry. Great play there by Bentley, as Bentley got a strong move inside. And Bentley rattled that one home. Bentley shoots 60% on the season. We see why there. She rattled that one home. And Meredith struggling a little early. Kirsty King with the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Bentley, and she'll wisely hold it and pass it off to McLean. Now it's Johnson. Swinging it over. They're looking to get it to Johnson again with 4 on the shot clock. Johnson has to make something happen. Goes up and gets fouled by Kirsty King. And Coach LaQuanda Quick will take a quick timeout as Meredith struggling a little bit here early on defensively as Pfeiffer's making a lot of shots. Meredith has 3 fouls. Pfeiffer's shooting very well so far. Shooting at 50%, 3 of 6, while Meredith is 1 of 6 at 16.7% here. And so it'll be Johnson at the charity stripe. And she makes the first. On the season, she's 78.7%. In conference, she's 80%. Shows us why there. She made them both. And the lead is 9-2 for the Falcons. And now a little bit of a press there from Pfeiffer as Gladwell's with it. Now it's Shu to King down low. King's pass was over Packer, or Preston. That pass is too high for Preston to handle, and that's another turnover against Meredith. That's 2 for the game. Now it's McLean. Gets it over to Pinion. Pinion inside, and that's going to be a charge. As Bentley went too hard into Preston, she'll make up for her mistake there. And it looks like the Falcons are going to press again. This time they get it in the shoe. Back to King, now to Gladwell across midcourt, no problem. And that's going to be a kicked ball on McLean. Nine to 2 your score here. Pfeiffer up by 7 in a slow first quarter with 4 minutes left. Coleman for 3. No good. Off the front iron, and that'll be out of bounds to Pfeiffer. And shots just haven't been falling for the Avenging Angels so far this quarter. They get it over to Johnson. Johnson, the 3 is good by Bickford. Sydney Bickford with some Stephen Curry range. She was about 4 steps outside of beyond the arc on that one. And she put it in with nothing but net to extend the Falcons' lead to 10 here. Now Kirsty King with it. King with 10 on the shot clock, finds Shu. Shu going up, had it blocked twice by Pinion. Another time, And that's going to go out of bounds and be Pfeiffer ball. Oh, and we got a hockey substitution here. We got 25, 24. Kiera Anderson, John-Asia Watson are in the game. As well as number 4, Aaliyah May. That pass almost picked off. Jana Hassel in the game for Meredith. And it's Anderson with it. Anderson drives the lane, puts it up and in off the glass. And Kirsty King breaks the press. And it's Jana Hassel with it. And Reagan Allen is in the game also for Pfeiffer in the hockey line change. Kirsty King for the jumper from the baseline. That's good. That's her bread and butter. And it's great to see as Pfeiffer's now only up by 10, 14-4 with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left. You see number 4, Aaliyah May with it. Now passing it 22-3, no good. And that was Bickford, the only starter still currently in for Pfeiffer. And now it's Jana Hassel will drive, kick it out to Turney. Packer who checks into the game. Packer will travel with it. And that's another turnover. That's Meredith's 4th turnover of the quarter. So now bringing up the court is May. May gets it over to Anderson. Inside, nice layup and spin move by John-Asia Watson. And she was able to convert the layup to extend the lead to 12. Now on the other end, Jana Hassel wasn't able to corral the pass, but it was tipped out of bounds by Anderson. And Madison Gladwell will check back into the contest for Meredith. Kirsty King gets it over to Catherine Holmes for 3, no good. Holmes gets her own rebound, tried to find Packer, and it was stolen away, but Packer will force the jump ball, and it'll go to Meredith this time around. So Catherine Holmes will inbound it. Kirsty King traveled as she used a shot fake. And that'll be Pfeiffer basketball. And it'll be Reagan Allen to inbound it to Aaliyah May, who's a guard, and that'll be a foul. Not a foul, it'll go out of bounds, kicked basketball there. Inbounded, now you see May with it. May swings it over to Anderson, inside. Oh, what a find. What an extra pass by Watson to hit Regan Allen for the easy layup. Great team basketball here by Pfeiffer. And it's 18-4 with 39 seconds left. Now it's Packer on the inside. Had the ball tied up by Watson. And that'll be another live ball turnover as Watson was able to tie up Packer, trying to go up strong with it. 18-4 in a strugglesome first quarter for the Avenging Angels. And the 3 is no good by Bickford. And it's rebounded by Kirsty King. With 15 seconds left, Gladwell will call for a screen. Gladwell will use the double screen, get it to Kirsty King. King found Shu. Shu will go up with it and be fouled, and she'll go to the line to see if she can get Meredith to scrape by with 6 points in the first quarter. Shu on the season shoots 70% from the free throw line, and she also shoots 70% in conference play. Shows us why with the swish right there. And she made them both. They get it in to Anderson with 4. 3 kicked out, and that's a charge. Preston took a hard charge as she went down. She went down like a tumbleweed there. She tumbled about 5 feet in the court, and she'll dribble it out, but she'll draw the charge, and it'll be a foul and add up for team fouls later. And that was a tough first quarter for Meredith as they're down 18-6, looking to regroup here going into the second quarter. Right now, leading scorers, Courtney Pinion has 4 for Pfeiffer. Brina Bentley has 3. Sydney Bickford has 3, and Maya Johnson has 2. Kiera Anderson has 2. For the Avenging Angels, Gladwell has 2, Shu has 2, and Kirsty King has 2. So, tough start for the Angels. Shooting just 20% from the field on 2 of 10. 0 for 4 from 3. On the other side, Pfeiffer shooting 58.3%, 7 of 12. 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. They're 100%, they're on fire. Meredith is 2 of 2 from the free throw line, so don't foul either person on either team in the act of shooting. And turnovers have really been the story in that half. 6 turnovers for Meredith, 4 for Pfeiffer. And rebounds, we have 6 for Meredith and 7 for Pfeiffer. And it's Gladwell with it to hopefully kickstart a quick second quarter for the Avenging Angels. Brittany Preston for 3. No good. Rebound by Pinion. And now they'll go back with the starters. McLean with it now. McLean to Pinion over to Johnson. Johnson over to Bentley. Now Pinion tries to get it into Johnson, and Johnson will be fouled. That's on Caroline Coleman. That's her first, team's first. They get it into Pinion, who is called for 3 seconds in the key there. And that's a turnover by Pfeiffer. And it's Gladwell with it. And Kirsty King now in the corner. Brittany Preston with 12 on the shot clock gets it to Gladwell. Gladwell trying to beat the 2-3 hybrid zone from Pfeiffer. 4 on the shot clock. Gladwell needs to do something. 1, she doesn't realize it, and she didn't get it off. That's a shot clock violation. And she's talking to her teammates there about that one. So 18-6 here. Pfeiffer taking it to the Avenging Angels early on. We see Johnson with it. Johnson swinging it over to Grace Herman. Now the 3 by Johnson, no good, and it'll be rebounded. Grace Herman in the contest. She's a freshman. Sorry if I missed that one before. But she's in now guarding Preston. Gladwell for three. Yes, that's what they needed. Splash. Can it spark the Avenging Angels? We will hope so. And now McLean, leading scorer, gets it over to Herman. McLean with the floater. No good, nothing but air. That's a polite crowd here. No air ball chance present. Gladwell with it. Now to Coleman. Coleman way over to Gladwell. Preston. Coleman for three. Yes! She got it. Back-to-back threes for your Avenging Angels. And the deficit is only 6 as it's 18-12 here in the second quarter. And now they go inside to Pinion. Pinion inside out. And it's a travel by McLean as she took too many steps, didn't establish her pivot foot there. And it's Gladwell with it to bring it up. See if the Avenging Angels can make it 3 straight possessions with a score. Preston had a bad pass there. It was almost as if she was trying to pass it to Pinion. And now it's Johnson with it. Johnson gets it to Pinion. Swings it back over. Bentley. Pinion to Johnson, no good. And that's Shu's second foul there. And Jana Hassel will come back into the game for the Avenging Angels. There's going to be a foul on the play. So that's going to be on Carolyn Coleman. That's going to be her third foul there. And they get it into Johnson. Now back over to McLean. McLean's going to drive it. Can get out to Herman for three. No good. Rebounded by Pinion. McLean for three. No good. And a nice one-handed Okafor-esque rebound from Kirsty King. And Gladwell now with it. Gladwell for three. Get in there. Yeah, it did. And that goes in. Gladwell with the three. And if you want to choose a theme for this quarter, it's 3-pointers for the Avenging Angels. There are 3 of 5 on the quarter. Now Courtney Pinion with a jumper from the elbow. It's good. And that will quelch the run from Meredith as it's 20-15 here. Pfeiffer clinging to a 5-point advantage. Catherine Holmes checking into the game for the Avenging Angels. As she traveled there, she was eager to try to get to the basket. Number 32, Reagan Allen will check into the game for the Falcons. And they get into Pinion. Pinion with the turnaround. Oh, that was halfway down and out, but it didn't go. Now Hassel with it, swings it to Holmes. Holmes over to Kirsty King. Gladwell. Gladwell swings it cross court to Holmes, and Holmes wasn't able to corral that pass. And that's another turnover. And Kimberly Shu and Caroline Coleman will check back into the game. 10 turnovers so far for Meredith, 6 for Pfeiffer. And it's McLean with it. Aaliyah McLean, now Pinion. Over McLean. Great defense by Madison Gladwell there to slide her feet and force McLean out of bounds on that baseline. Great job there. So defense has really stepped it up for the Avenging Angels in this quarter, and they've also stepped it up offensively. As you see Holmes with it, Holmes to Gladwell. Oh, that pass was telegraphed, and it was almost picked off by McLean. And now Aaliyah May will check into the contest for the Falcons. 10 on the shot clock now. And they're gonna call the 3 play. And it's Catherine Holmes. Holmes will take a 3. No good off the mark, but an big offensive rebound there by Trinity Packer. That's what she does. Fills the stat sheets with rebounds, folks. And it's Gladwell with it. Gladwell to Coleman. Coleman to Holmes. Holmes for 3. This time no good again. And it'll be rebounded by Brina Bentley. Now you see May with it. May gets it over to Allen. Allen over to Bickford. Now Pinion. Inside to Bentley. And Bentley will travel. And that'll be another turnover. And checking in, back in for the Falcons is Kiera Anderson, number 24, and John Asia Watson, number 25. And it's Shu bringing the ball up the court for the Avenging Angels this time, as she's guarded heavily by Allen. And they find Kirsty King down low. Holmes back out to King. King gets it to Gladwell, 9 in the shot clock. Gladwell in need of help. Finds Kirsty King. Caroline Coleman hits the 2. It was a deep 2. Coleman for the deep 2 with the shot clock winding down. And the lead is only 3 here for the Falcons. 20-17. Now they get it inside. Inside out game going on for Pfeiffer, and that's a tie-up forced by Coleman. Great defense there. And it'll remain Falcons basketball as Packer will check back into the game. It's May to inbound it. May gets it in to Anderson. Anderson with the layup, no good. As that was a heavily contested layup, but she'll get back on defense to stop Gladwell. Gladwell going with it, hands it off to Coleman. Now we see Shu with it. Shu to Coleman, wide open for 3 on the baseline, and that's good. Caroline Coleman will tie this one up at 20 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the half. Gladwell and May. May gets it to Anderson. The 3 is no good, but rebounded by Allen. And Allen did a great job to get the rebound off the missed 3 by Herman. And that'll be a blocking foul on Packer. Great positioning there by Allen on that last possession to get in position and take away the 3 from Bickford. And now you see Gladwell with it with 19 in the shot clock. King over to Coleman. Gladwell using a Packer screen. No one switched on it, and that one was off the mark. And now they're off and running. It's May with it. May over to Anderson. Anderson back over to May. Tipped away by Coleman, but she can't corral it. And it'll go out of bounds and be Pfeiffer basketball, as it'll be inbounded by Allen to Bickford here. As Bickford will bring it up. Bickford's taking a lot of threes today, and she'll drive that time, put it up and be fouled. Packer has, that's going to be her second foul, the team's fourth foul. Now Sydney Bickford shooting 2. Made that one count. As she was 1 for 2. She shot 75% on the season. That'll go a little lower now. So with 37 seconds left here, it's 23-20. Oh, and a steal. Almost a steal by Anderson. And Gladwell had the foul to recover. That's going to be her first, team's 5th. It'll be Kiana Anderson who will shoot 2. She's 37% on the year at 13 of 35. And now she is 13 of 36. And she's 7 of 22 in the conference. She was shooting 33.3%. Going into that foul shot. And she went over 2 on that trip to the charity stripe. As Catherine Holmes will check into the game, she can shoot the 3. And it's Gladwell with it. Coleman with 20 seconds left. Finds Shu. Shu to Coleman. Coleman into Shu, no good. And it'll maintain Meredith ball on the baseline as they'll look for the play from Coach Quick. Get it into Catherine Holmes for 3. No good. It'll be rebounded by Sydney Bickford. And going the other way is May. May tried to kick it out, couldn't. It'll be bobbled out of bounds to end the half here. 23 Pfeiffer, 20 Meredith College at the end of the half. And what a tale of 2 quarters there. The first quarter, Meredith couldn't buy a bucket, and they were playing slow defensively, not adjusting. In the second quarter, they came out firing, hit 3 threes, made a few layups, brought them back in this game, brought some really good energy, and it made a difference, trimming the deficit to only 3 here. So the stats for the quarter, Meredith shooting 35% from the field, while Pfeiffer shooting 42.9%. On threes, Pfeiffer shooting 1 of 9 at 11%, and Meredith is 5 of 13 at 38.5%. From the free throw, Meredith's 2 for 2, and Pfeiffer's 4 of 7. There are 11 turnovers committed by your Avenging Angels in the first half, while Pfeiffer only committed 7. Points off of turnovers, Pfeiffer got 6, Meredith got 3. And total rebounds, we have 13 for Meredith and 13 for Pfeiffer. And we have blocks, 1 block for Pfeiffer, none for Meredith. Steals, 2 for Meredith, 3 for Pfeiffer. And fouls. Fouls are a big factor. Foul trouble might be a thing. 8 and 4. 8 fouls for Meredith, 4 for Pfeiffer. Leading scorers at the break, Courtney Pinion has 6 and Sydney Bickford has 4 for the Falcons. And for the Avenging Angels, it's Gladwell with 8 and Caroline Coleman with 8. Shu's gone a little cold with 2. And fouls, we'll see anyone in foul trouble. Coleman and Shu have 2 fouls, and Trinity Packer has 2 fouls. And they're acknowledging the great accomplishments of lacrosse player here on the court. And some other USA South Conference action. Berea College put a beat down on Wesleyan, 122 to 17. Yes, you heard me right, 122 to 17. And also Maryville is losing to LaGrange, 26 to 41. Salem is losing to Mary Baldwin, 32 to 21 with 6 minutes left in the half. So that's your scores around the league as Methodist is taking on Greensboro and Averett will take on Emory and Henry. So we'll be right back with the start of your third quarter as Meredith trails Pfeiffer University here 23 to 20. And welcome back here in the Meredith College Network at the Weatherspoon Athletic Center. I'm Jonathan Hudson, glad to bring you today's contest between Meredith College Avenging Angels and Pfeiffer University Falcons. At the break, the score is 23-20. If you're just now joining us, it was a tale of two quarters for both teams, as Meredith was cold in the first quarter and hot in the second quarter with a lot of threes. And the opposite can be said for Pfeiffer, who came out of the gate strong but struggled with a turnover-filled second quarter. So now it'll be Brina Bentley to inbound it to McLean to start off this third quarter. Bentley gets it to Pinion. Pinion drives. Oh, what a nice scoop shot by Pinion. Missed, but an offensive rebound by Bentley and a foul. And she'll go to the line. Bentley rattled that one home. On the season, she is 60.2%. In conference, she is 59.7% from the free throw line. And she rattles both of those. Tried and true there. Now it's Gladwell with it. Gladwell driving, handing off to Shu, to Coleman. Now King in the corner. And playing a 2-3 zone is Pfeiffer defensively. 8 in the shot clock. Coleman finds Shu, who found the soft spot in the zone. Jumper no good. Rebounded by Pinion. Over to McLean. Now it's Johnson. Inside to Pinion, out to Bentley for three. No good. The three by Bickford knows no good and rebounded by Gladwell. And Shu telegraphed a really hard pass to Kirsty King, and what a save and a jumper by Gladwell. What a hustle play by Trinity Packer there to save that ball right to Gladwell, and Gladwell nailed the jumper. 25-22 here. Now it's Pinion with it. Over to Johnson. Johnson to Bentley to Pinion. We'll find Bickford for three, no good. And Packer will be fouled by Bentley. That's Bentley's second and the team's first foul of the quarter. So we'll have to keep an eye on Bentley with the fouls. She has two. Gladwell with a low pass to Shu, recovered. Coleman thought about the three. Now double teamed is Gladwell in the corner. Barely able to get it over to Shu. Shu to Coleman, 5 in the shot clock. Gladwell spots up for a long three. Nothing but air on that one. That one was a little outer for range. Had to be forced because of the shot clock there. And now McLean will bring it up for the Falcons. 25-22, 7.5 to go in the third quarter. What a find to Bentley. Pinion to Bentley, but Bentley couldn't finish, and that'll go out of bounds and be Meredith basketball. So far, back and forth third quarter. And that one was knocked straight out of bounds by Bickford. Sydney Bickford's a senior guard from Concord, North Carolina for the Falcons. And now Kirsty King with the jumper, no good. Trinity Packer corralled a tough rebound, but was jolted to the floor. and they'll call traveling. And that was a tough turnover for Meredith. That's 12 total tonight. This afternoon is a little bit too much filled with turnovers for home team liking. And that's going to be a foul on Trinity Packer as Maya Johnson drove the basket. It'll be on the floor though, so the Falcons will inbound it from the baseline. Brittany Preston checks back in the game for Meredith. The three is good. And that's Bickford for three. She's been doing that all game. Picking them apart. Now it's Coleman being tightly guarded by Bickford. Preston to 14, the shot clock to Shu. Shu dribbled in the lane, had it stolen away. The long home run pass to Bickford is no good by Johnson, and it'll be Meredith basketball. And they're going to take a timeout here by Coach Quick. And again, if you weren't here with us today at the half, we honored the Meredith women's lacrosse team who won the championship, USA South Conference championship last season, as well as the regular season title. That was the third time they had won the championship in a row, and it was great season overall. They placed third nationally in a lot of offensive categories, including scoring, percentage, efficiency, and margin. So congratulations to Meredith's lacrosse team, and we'll hope that their 2019 campaign is as successful as the 2018 one was. But back here now, it's 28-22, Pfeiffer in front with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kirsty King finds Shu down low. Shu working on Pinion. Yes, good movement, and that's a layup. 24-28 now. Now you see McLean with it being tightly guarded by Gladwell. Bentley will drive. Bentley went up and had it blocked by Preston out of bounds. Oh, and good hands by Kirsty King. Good team defense overall on that inbounds play, as that 5-second mental clock had to be going in the head of McLean there, and that's going to be a foul on Brina Bentley for pushing. That's her third foul, the team's second, so she'll come out of the contest. And number 32, Reagan Allen, will check into the contest for the Falcons, as Bentley will sit because of foul trouble. 28-24 here, Gladwell with it. Gets it to Preston. Preston, now to Coleman, now into Shu, and Shu had it almost taken away, but it's a jump ball forced by Bickford. It will maintain Avenging Angels ball. Shu with a nice fake outcut, in-cut on the block, and she finished the easy layup. Nice recognition there by Kirsty King. They caught the Falcons sleeping on that one. And good hands by Gladwell. Gladwell averages a few steals a game, and that three is good. Drained. I'm going to say she was on the line for that one. And Preston, speaking of on the line, almost stepped on the baseline there with that really hard pass from Gladwell. Shu trying to find Kirsty King inside, couldn't, and that's a turnover. Now it's McLean with it. McLean gets it inside. And the nice jumper by Pinion. Courtney Pinion all over this game. A little bit of struggle inbounding it for the Avenging Angels, but Coleman got it in. Now Preston finds Gladwell. Gladwell to Coleman. Inside to Kirsty King for the lay-in, and it's good. 32-28. They get it over to Pinion. Pinion's been on a tear. They're going to call a foul on Kirsty King. That's her second, the team's third. Catherine Holmes checks into the game for the Avenging Angels. And a quick inbounds play to Sydney Bickford results in a foul. That'll be a foul on Holmes, so it'll be her first, team's fourth here of the quarter. Bickford at the line makes the first. And Sydney Bickford is their second leading scorer with 11.4 points averaging. From the line, she's 75.5%, and in conference, she's 78.9%. So don't want to foul her down the stretch if this one gets closer. And it's 34-28. Pfeiffer extends the lead to 6 here with 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third. Still plenty of basketball to play here for the Avenging Angels. Catherine Holmes. And now back out, Holmes with it. Holmes gets a screen from Shue. Picked up her dribble. Found Preston with 6 on the shot clock. Preston had it knocked away, and it'll be maintained and taken by May. May for 3. Nothing but air. And it's out of bounds, as it was unable to be saved by Reagan Allen. And Coach Quick will take a full timeout, so we'll check in on some USA South scoreboard action here. Mary Baldwin is leading Salem 42-32 at the start of the third. And with 3 minutes, 28 seconds left in the third, LaGrange is beating Maryville very heavily, 50-36. And elsewhere in the conference, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Berea beat Wesleyan 122-17. That was just a total domination of a game, with the box score for Berea being 22 in the first quarter, 38 in the second quarter, 34 in the third quarter, and 28 in the final frame. And back here we are, Meredith shooting 40.7% from the field, while Pfeiffer is shooting 41%. Gladwell was able to get it across the court and start it up again. And now it's inside the shoe, and they're going to call a foul. It's going to be a push. And they went to try to find Shue, but it was tipped out of bounds by Bickford. Preston will get it. Gets it into Kirsty King with the jumper. She was wide open and she nailed it. Trims the lead to 4 only for Pfeiffer, 34-40. As Meredith's trying to climb their way back in this one. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third. It's May Gets it over to Anderson. Inside, back out to May, and May traveled with it. As the inside out play from Watson to May was not executed well. And Coleman will check back into the game for Catherine Holmes. Gladwell with it now. Hands it off to Shu. Shu, quiet on the day, but couldn't get that one to go. It was a tough defensive effort, and Gladwell will foul, trying to get the ball. That's her second, team's fifth, so bonus time for Pfeiffer. Falcons will gladly take it as they're up by 4, 34-30 here with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. And the first is no good for Kiera Anderson, sophomore guard from Prince George, Virginia. Kiera Anderson came into the game shooting 37%, has struggled from the line. I believe that makes her 0 for 4 from the line for the game. And now it's Gladwell with it. Trying to get this to within a one possession contest. Preston found Kirsty King with a power dribble, and she went up and will be fouled. She went up over a taller defender in Watson, who's 5'11". Kirsty King 5'10". But the power dribble was a nice move, and she'll go to the line for 2. Make the first easily. Kirsty King on the season is 59%, in conference 57%. Misses that one, but a nice offensive rebound by Shu. And now it's Gladwell. Extra possession for the Avenging Angels. Preston over to Coleman, into Shu. Shu to King. Yes! King with the jumper from the free throw line. And that's one way to get a three-point play. She hit a free throw and then hit a jumper. The three, no good. It'll be rebounded by May. Bodies hit the floor, and they'll get a 30-second timeout. Pfeiffer will call timeout. As the three by Reagan Allen was off the mark there, led to the scrum on the floor. So it's 34-33 here. Meredith only trailing by 1. Had a tumultuous quarters. And this one's been a little up and down. Fouling still an issue. And turnovers still an issue for Meredith with 16 turnovers, as Pfeiffer has 12. And fouls, as a team they have 13 fouls, and Pfeiffer only has 8. Coleman, King, and Gladwell all have 2 fouls. As the three is no good. Off the mark, but she'll get it back and be fouled. And it'll be a blocking foul on Packer, as Bickford went for the three, and then Bickford went for the layup and drew the block. And Bickford will go to the line and make that one. Extend the lead to 2, 35-33 here with 1:05 left. Bickford shoots 78.9% in conference play from the charity stripe. Shows us why. Hit both of them there. 3-point lead, 36-33. And now King with it, Gladwell. Gladwell to King. King drives, goes up with it. It'll be out of bounds, no foul called. Good defense there by Watson for Pfeiffer. Watson was able to move her feet, slide away. And a little miscommunication with subs, but they'll get his 7 on the shot clock. Gladwell needing to do something. Kicks out to King for the jumper. No good. Off the mark. And it'll be rebounded strongly by Bickford. Now it's May with it. May with it with 22 seconds left. May gets it to Bickford. Bickford for 3, no good. It'll be controlled by Gladwell. Gladwell going in. Gladwell putting it up, no good. Knocked out of bounds. And they're gonna say that's the quarter. No video replay, so we don't get like the 2/10 that Meredith would have with that. So 36-33 here going into the final frame. A good quarter from Meredith, just keeping pace with Pfeiffer. Here, both teams battling it out. This one's definitely gonna come to the wire. Unless one team comes out of the gate just firing. But overall, let's look at the stats and see if we can determine. It's been the turnovers. Total rebounds, Meredith out-rebounding 23-20. I think it's mostly the shooting percentage. 39% for Meredith, 37 for Pfeiffer. And then threes, Meredith is 4-13, while Pfeiffer's 2-16. Free throws, 10 of 15 for Pfeiffer and 3 of 4 for Meredith. Scoring-wise, Sydney Bickford leads Pfeiffer with 11, and Gladwell leads the race for the Avenging Angels with 10. Kirsty King has 9, Caroline Coleman 8. Shu's been quiet with 6 tonight. And Pinion has 8 for Pfeiffer. Maya Johnson has 4 for Pfeiffer as well. So here we are set for a fantastic fourth quarter. 36 Pfeiffer, 33 Meredith. And it's into the starter, McLean. McLean gets it over to Bentley. Thought about passing it to Johnson, won't. And that'll be a kicked ball on Preston. McLean will inbound it. Get it into Pinion. Pinion with it to Bentley. Gets a little bit of a rub screen. Oh, what a great defensive play by Brittany Preston as she literally grabbed the ball from Bentley there. As Bentley went down hard. It's good to see her get up and walk that one off, but great hands and timing by Preston there to just literally yank the ball away. Coleman now with it to King. King in the baseline. That's not her range there at the three-point line. Now Gladwell with it with 8 on the shot clock. Gladwell looking for a screen with 5. Gladwell got a screen for 3. Oh, no good. Is it rimmed in and out? And the save by Preston. Not able to as she stepped on the line. So now it'll be McLean to bring it up. Both teams scoring low. As a team, Pfeiffer averages 64 points per game. Right now they're at 36. Oh, and that's an errant pass. And that's going to be a backcourt violation, as that pass by Johnson was too hard. It'll be a turnover for Pfeiffer. Gladwell went to try to thread the needle of the baseline. Couldn't, but it was tipped out of bounds by Bickford. Coleman with it inside to Kirsty King. Kirsty King with a tough jumper off the glass. Banks not open on Sunday, sadly. And that one didn't go. Drive. And she will be fouled. McLean on the drive will go to the line for two. McLean shoots 81.5% in the season and 81.3% in conference. Catherine Holmes checks back into the game as well as Trinity Packer. And she misses that one, so 1 of 2 for her on that trip for McLean. And now it's Shu with it. Shu to Holmes. Holmes to Gladwell. 10 on the shot clock. It's Preston trying to force a pass, but Pinion got in the way. Courtney Pinion has been active this game, scoring and defensively, and that'll be a jump ball turnover against Meredith on that one. McLean now gets it over to Johnson, who had it taken away by Catherine Holmes. It'll be a foul on Johnson. That was surely a frustration foul. Great defensive hands by Holmes there to force the turnover. And it'll be Shu into Preston. See if they can trim the lead down. Right now it's 37-33 Pfeiffer with 7 minutes, 43 seconds left to go. Gladwell almost was double teamed. Now Gladwell with 9 to the shot clock. Got a screen, went up, and she'll be shooting 2. That's a foul. Number 5, Johnson. That's her second, team second. And Gladwell was tripped wildly on the shot, so she'll get 2. Gladwell on the season shoots 73%. She made that one count there. And Hassel will check back into the game for the Avenging Angels. And Gladwell made them both. Kirsty King and Coleman will check back into the game as it's McLean. McLean over to Bickford to Bentley. That pass off the mark, and it was taken away by Kirsty King. King being tightly guarded, finds Hassel. Hassel gets it to Coleman. Coleman over to Holmes. Now Holmes to King with 10, the shot clock 9. Coleman. Coleman's pass was tipped out of bounds by McLean. So they'll maintain Avenging Angels ball with 5 in the shot clock. Hassel for 2, no good off the back iron. And it'll be a foul. That'll be on Kirsty King. Her third, the team second. So if you were with us yesterday, it was quite a physical game. Not a lot of whistles. Today, exact opposite. A lot of whistles. Still a physical game, but a lot of fouls being called as Johnson now with it. Over into Johnson again. No good, rebounded by Packer, and they get it to Hassel. And Hassel will get it to Kirsty King. Now Holmes to Hassel. Swing it over to Coleman. To King. Hassel to Coleman with 8 in the shot clock. Holmes for 3 with 5 in the shot clock. A long one off the mark. A little wide right there. And now Johnson with it. Johnson gets it to Bickford to Bentley. Bentley used a nice move. Pinion got an offensive rebound. Bodies hit the floor. And now the 3 by McLean, no good. And McLean's 3 was off the mark. Great defensive rebound there. Catherine Holmes, 5 minutes, 19 seconds left here. 37-35. Pfeiffer clinging to a 2-point lead. Hassel to Holmes. Holmes to Coleman. Coleman into Packer. Over to Kirsty King with a layup too strong. And that's going to be a foul on Catherine Holmes against Johnson. That's her second, the team's third. Want to be careful with fouls going down the stretch here. As they're at 3, if you get to 5, it's a bonus, and you don't want to be in the bonus ever, but especially before the 2-minute mark. So Meredith will have to be careful about that. Pinion, step back 3. Nothing but air. And this time, some fans aren't as kind. We got a few air ball chances there, but nothing too egregious. Now it's Holmes with it. Holmes with a loop pass to Coleman. Gladwell to Shue. Shue to Gladwell, 10 the shot clock. Shue, quiet night for Shue. Holmes for 3, deep, and she drilled it. Catherine Holmes for 3, looking like Steph Curry or Klay Thompson there. Maya Moore, whoever you won the WNBA. That was a great 3 by Holmes. Now Bickford being tightly guarded. Pinion over to Bentley. Bentley, oh, that pass is tipped by Coleman. And Trinity Packer will pick up the steal. Coleman will get it and get it across the court and be fouled by Bickford. And the pendulum of momentum, although slightly a cliche, is definitely shifting here as Meredith has their first lead, 38-37. It may be their first lead of the contest. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in this enthralling. Oh, what a block on the 3. And Carolyn Coleman did a great job on that. She had the 3 stuffed, but she stuck with it and got her own missed shot. Got the rebound, went up with it strong, and now will have a chance at 2 from the free throw line. Coleman on the season shoots 80.9%. And she will miss the first there. And Reagan Allen and Anderson will check back into the game for Pfeiffer. And Coleman made the second. So the Avenging Angels lead here 39-37. So Meredith has done a great job defensively, executing on defense, getting a lot of stops to get within where they are now with the 2-point lead. Also, the massive 3 by Catherine Holmes from at least 3 steps beyond the arc sparked this, as well as the 3 ball in general today has been phenomenal. 5 of 17. I believe that's wrong. Maybe 6 of 18 with Catherine Holmes. 3. And now you see McLean with it. McLean driving, kicks it out to Bickford. Bickford driving. Bickford went up with a shot. No. Good block there by Shue. And that's going to be a foul on Bickford. That seemed like a very violent push on Gladwell. And Gladwell will go to the line for 2. To try to extend Meredith's lead here. Yes, made the first. Gladwell. Made the other one, and she is now 100% from the free throw line. 4 for 4, do not foul Gladwell. She's on fire. Coming back the other way. Now they get it over to McLean. McLean gets it over to Bickford. McLean. Bickford for the long 3. She has the range. No good off the front iron. Huge offensive rebound by Kimberly Shue. Excuse me, defensive rebound by Kimberly Shue. Coleman now with it. 2 minutes, 2.5 remaining in regulation time here. That is Catherine Holmes on the baseline. Holmes' pass was wide and high as she was being pressured by Anderson. And Kirsty King will come back in the game as well as Bentley and Maya Johnson for Pfeiffer. Starters on the floor here. In a close one, 41-37, 2 minutes to go. McLean driving in a campfire of angels. Can't find anything. And that will be Meredith basketball with 1:53 to go. 41-37. Will we pull a Dean Smith and play 4 corners? We can't. This is a shot clock here. Gladwell 3, no good. Rebound. Fought for by Shue. She may be cold offensively scoring this game, but that was the biggest play of the game so far to maintain possession for Meredith with a 4-point advantage. She fought for that rebound over the top, grabbed it, and was able to win it for Meredith. Now Coleman will inbound it. Hard inbound to King. King to Preston, back to Coleman for 2, it's good. That may be the dagger. And it's 43-37. And Coach Tui Loy will call a timeout here. No, we'll do a media clock timeout here. And Trinity Packer will come in for Brittany Preston. Offensive, defensive substitutions real now, as Preston is definitely a rebounder and a better matchup for Watson, who checked into the game for the Falcons. Now the hard drive by Anderson, and she'll go to the line for 2. That's what you wanted if you're the Falcons. Chance at points with the clock not moving. Anderson struggled from the line today and continues to do so, misses that one. She's 0 for 5 from the line today. Checking into the contest for Pfeiffer is Reagan Allen. And she finally hits her first of the day, is Kiera Anderson, 1 of 2 from the line, 1 of 6 on the day. 38-43, Meredith leading by 5 here with 1:16 remaining. Gladwell with it. Gladwell swinging over to Preston. Kirsty King out beyond the three-point line. That's not her range. And that pass was tipped away by Bickford. And Gladwell had it kicked away by McLean. And so you're looking to get it to Gladwell. It was kicked away by McLean, the inbounds. So they get it into Gladwell. Gladwell uses a screen, goes to the hook shot, missed, offensive rebound by Preston, but her shot was blocked by Bickford. Now going strong, and it's going to be a travel on Anderson, and she can't believe it. And with 51.5 seconds left here in the game, Meredith is up 43-38, and they get it into Preston. Preston with it now, Gladwell. Gladwell to King. King's trying to hold it, no one's guarding her tightly, why not? There's the shot clock to deal with, it's at 12. Kirsty King dribbling, 5-4 on the shot clock. Going up is Gladwell, and she'll be fouled and go to the line for 2. And she does a double fist pump for that one, as she knows she can ice this one for good. Gladwell puts it in. Gladwell for the for the free throw to extend this the lead, and she hit it poised from the line for Gladwell, and they're going to take a full timeout here. Taken by Coach Tui Loy. It's going to be a 30-second timeout here. But Meredith, recapping this game, really struggled in the first quarter, slow start. Second quarter came out firing. 3 of their 6 threes in the game came in the second quarter. And then in the third quarter, just clawed their way. It was a well-fought third quarter for both teams, balancing out offensively and defensively. In the fourth quarter, they just stayed persistent on the offensive end, able to put in some jumpers from Kirsty King, layups, and play good team defense, and also turnovers from Pfeiffer. That's a big reason why. They get it to Johnson. Johnson for 3, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Shu, and that might do it, as Gladwell will dribble this one out for the 6th straight home victory. And the Falcons don't want to go down quietly, as McLean will foul Shu and give Shu a chance to add to a little bit of a cold scoring day for her, as she has 6 points. She averages 20, so it is a cold scoring day, but she's done a lot more, mainly with 1 massive offensive rebound with about 2 minutes to go in the fourth, and she made them both there to get her scoring total up to 8-1. Johnson will rattle home a meaningless buzzer beater for the Falcons. And the final score, Meredith College 47 and Pfeiffer University 41. And we'll be right back with some statistical wrap up here in 30 seconds. So welcome back here on the Meredith College Network. I'm Jonathan Hudson here wrapping up today's win at home. 6th straight home win for the Angels here. Leading scorers on the day, Madison Gladwell had a terrific day with 16 points. She shot 6 for 6 from the free throw line and went 4 of 11. Caroline Coleman had 11, Kirsty King had 9, Kimberly Shue had 8, and Catherine Holmes had 3. On the other side, Sydney Bickford had 11, Courtney Pinion had 8, and Maya Johnson had 7, while Brina Bentley had 5. Some other interesting statistics. Meredith ended the game shooting 34%, while Pfeiffer shot 31%. From the three-point line, Pfeiffer shot 3 of 20, while Meredith shot 5 of 18. And free throws, Meredith, that was a big factor in today's game, shot 12 of 14, while Pfeiffer shot 12 of 19. Total rebounds, Meredith 34, Pfeiffer 27. Blocks, no blocks, and 3 for Pfeiffer. And bench points, 3 for Meredith, 9 for Pfeiffer. And second chance points, 5 for Meredith, 9 for Pfeiffer. Points in the paint, 8 for Meredith, 12 for Pfeiffer. But overall, a great, gritty performance from the Angels. And so once again, the final score was 47-41. With the win, Meredith improves to 7-16 overall, 7-7 in conference play. And Pfeiffer falls to 8-10 overall, 6-9 in conference play. Thanks for watching this afternoon, and we invite you back Wednesday night, February 6th at 6 p.m. for Meredith's Women's Basketball Senior Night Contest against Averett. For Sarah Gunlatch on camera, I'm Jonathan Hudson saying good afternoon from Meredith College.